Right, okay, let's start off. I don't know, should we go through what we did, well, what it's up to at the moment?
Yeah, I think so.
Just for a recap. So let's just build it. I might need to change around that's the board before we. I might take all these out and just put 3 there or something.
Okay.
And then we can end the game, can't we? So the last session we was working on the levels, and to complete a level you need to eat all the coins. So what we can do is just change our board to have 3 coins in front of PacMan. Should do it. We shall give the nice flashy board what I was working on. So if you clean that, because it doesn't usually pull in the resources properly, and then build it. Share my audio as well. Still left all the things on, but if we go eat all these as well, we should end the game. Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I got to. We just keep incrementing the level each time, which does change the. Oh, that's not gonna work. But it does change the fruit as well. So the fruit what appears changes depending on what level we're on, which we did as well. But it's not going to show because we've got limits of when the fruit is shown. They're set to 70 still. So that's pretty much it. So let me show my audio. So I'll start by looking at the pull requests, I guess.
Okay.
We're going in.
David's done 2 of them.
Not very big.
Yeah.
Days ago, I don't remember them being in there. I'm sure I looked.
Yeah, I think you did them straight away afterwards, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe the next day or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this was just moving the logic for the fruit just into one place because it was a bit scattered about. So I created a new fruits class. A static method that says get me the fruit for this level.
Yeah.
It still doesn't feel totally correct, but it feels better than what we did have.
Yeah. I still think it'd be quite nice to, when you create the game, it goes and builds all the permutations of the fruit for the level and the score. So then you're just looking it up saying, have I met this condition yet? And if you have, so the condition would be the level. Was it the level? Oh, the amount of coins collected into it.
Yeah.
But I guess we can come back to that at some point. It works, to be fair, so it's quite nice. And we're all passing. Why didn't it? So it skipped. Oh, the blazer. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, because it's not on to master.
Yeah. I thought you were saying it skipped the pull request branch, but it's actually point to the bottom. And then the last one.
Oh yeah, this one's really minor, just 2 files. So you can type in build, which does, because the problem at the moment is if you do .NET test, it doesn't build DUI.
Yep.
So if you do build, then it builds the solution and then runs the tests.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also got run, which does the clean, the build, and then runs the UI.
Presumably that was what was causing the problem, where it was forgetting the changes to the board, as it were, or not putting them in.
No, I still think that when you do the build, it still cached the resources somehow. I think it was in the obj folder.
The only thing I wasn't sure about after doing that script is whether or not you meant to do a clean before a restore, but it seems to work, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know actually.
Because I do build with no restore, so it seems to work okay.
Yeah.
Maybe clean just deletes the obj and the bin folders, and that's it.
Cleans the output of the previous build. So just that obj and bin folders.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, the restore packages, I guess, will be still there.
Yeah, that's all right. That's fine then.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll throw that in. Cool. So I can't remember what we said we were going to work on next time around. Any issues you want to tackle, or do you want to do something different?
You could do the game over, because at the moment it just hangs when you run out of lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I guess we just need a status of game over, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, it depends on what we're going to do at game over.
Yeah.
I guess the game itself just needs to go into at least a game over state. Does it go into a game over state?
Transitions to dead.
Well, yeah, we've already got one, haven't we? Which is the transition to dead. So it's doing it. It's just what we do in dead.
It could all just be UI stuff, couldn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's almost like, do you want to play again? Yes.
It's whether we move the dead, and the dead, rather than being dead, the dead is a not playing, which becomes the starting state. So more of the initial state where the game doesn't kick into action immediately on run. And then that can be, you can use that as the same state then.
Yeah, to be fair, that admit the audio work properly, or you have to interact with the browser if you have to tap it.
Yeah, you'd have to tell it you want to play.
Instead of playing straight away.
So start in dead rather than in.
Well, I'm guessing it still needs to pause on dead for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
because we're going to want to update the high score as well, aren't we? So we do need.
Yeah, it depends what we're going to do in the, as it were, attract mode. Because if it just hits the game over and press something to start, then it doesn't need to pause in dead mode, because it would be paused naturally when it comes back to that. Trying to think, what does it do as it enters dead?
Nothing. We just literally go into that.
It goes from where's it checked? Right. It goes from dying to respawning. What does it do during respawning? Does it just wait? No, as it hits respawning, yeah, because technically during respawning, at the moment we've got the PacMan dying noise in respawning.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's the last life, it still needs to do that he still needs to go through that dying stage where the noise plays and everything. So we probably need to do the check. So at the moment on line 90, where we're saying either move to respawning or move to dead.
Mm-hmm.
That dead really wants to come after respawning. So
all the time.
Yeah, because well, it depends, because the respawning triggers the the bit where he's dying.
Okay.
So otherwise, he won't go through his dying stage or his dying noise if we go straight to dead at that point. So during transition to respawning, that's what sends the. If it's going to follow it, is it going to follow it?
Here.
No, it won't do a click.
At the moment, we do it from the begin dying method. We play the sound.
Do we?
Yeah, on line 85.
There's a begin respawn as well. There's a begin dying.
Yeah, so begin dying plays the noise at the moment.
Publishers
Begin
dying.
So which goes first? Goes collision. Change to dying. I thought the sound was playing. But just run it and die. It sounds like I mean, it says it there, doesn't it? That it starts in dying. Okay, so that probably doesn't matter so much.
Yeah, it should start in dying.
Yeah.
Which will make that play. So we'll just transition to dead.
Yeah, because we've got to at some point switch the graphics over during that dying phase.
I guess the only thing we need to do if in the dead is just check the status is dead.
Yeah.
And just update the graphics. But then I still think there needs to be something else in here where it says during dead.
Yeah.
On the event of restart or start, then we go into a different state.
As in go right back to the game start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game.
It's almost it's not quite changing level, is it? Where do we come in?
Yeah, so I'm guessing we have something which is during dead when restarted, then set up game, transition to scatter. So like this one, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can trigger off an event when somebody taps on it or interacts with it.
Yeah. I was going to say either do that or move that to a state called new game and go from initially into new game, and then you can go from dead into new game as well. And that will then reset it all at the same time rather than duplicating it.
But this is on tick, not on. So it's a different event. So this is initially when you tick.
Yeah, that's the
initially. So that's pretty much start straight away. Oh, I guess if you didn't wanted to make it so it doesn't start the game straight away.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Initially go into a non-playing mode.
But I think initially still needs to set up the game, because you'd want it to set up the game so all the pieces are in the place, ready to go, and then you tap it and then it starts.
Yeah.
So we might need to split that method up, because setup game also plays the noise, doesn't it, at the start?
Oh, it publishes the event at beginning.
Yeah, I assume plays a noise.
Okay.
So we probably need a setup game. What else happens in setup game? Does it get all the pieces in the right place and everything?
Yeah.
It sets the ghosts in the right places.
Goes in the right place. Yeah, so that it kind of wants that splitting into a setup game and a start game, really, doesn't it?
It's going to be similar to the one we did last time, the get ready for next level.
Yeah.
In fact, it's get ready for next level, but without incrementing the level.
And resetting all the score and everything.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, really, on a new game, you're going right back to that initial state. But it depends whether we want the game prepped and then wait for you to start. So if you move from initially, where we do literally that just pushes into setup game, then do a setup game, where so you're in the waiting to start phase. Then when you press the key or whatever, you move into the start game. That triggers the sound and everything, and then that goes into scatter. And then when you're dying, you can just jump straight from dying. You can jump straight back to, you're waiting to start. Because really, we've got a state that needs to go in front of everything that we've done.
Yeah, so there's some stuff I used initially already. But it's like Go should start to...
Go shouldn't start scatter until you've actually started a game.
Yeah, because I think that we always start as a live most of the time.
Yeah.
Except for these circumstances where we wanted to ensure that they start in scatter mode, which we changed to initially first, and then we use that as like the one for that. Which I suppose we could move these quite easily to a different state. Yeah. So if this was initially it goes into starting,
the game start or something like that,
and then this could be like game status, game start, yeah.
And then we can have before that, you can have what's generally referred to as tracked mode, which is where you're waiting to start a game.
Guess write a test.
Yep.
Let's close all this. Game test?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we want our test to do?
Be able to go from dead to...
Might be better starting from the other end and get the initial stages in first, and then it'll be easier to implement the dead because we'll know where we need to get back to.
Yes.
So you could start with game sets up and moves into attract mode. Depends whether you want the game, how much the game you want set up at the start. And it depends what you want on the screen during attract mode, whether you want a blank screen with press whatever to start, or whether you want the board on there. So if you want the board on there, you're going to have to go through some form of setup stage to get the board. Although we probably need to do that because so much relies on the board. Like all the UI will rely on the size of the board. If we don't give it fake board, then it's going to throw a bit of a fit.
Yeah, that's true.
So when do we start the clock ticking? Because at the moment in game we've got our start game method. It's
ticking immediately, isn't it?
Well, immediately when you call start game, so you can build game first.
Yeah.
So we'd do that from the beginning because that's the thing that moves it from. Well, that's going to be the first game state machine event, isn't it?
Yeah, because at the point when we call game on 24, we've got all the walls and everything. So if we've got the walls, we know the size of the map and everything. Which if we know the size of the map, then we know the size of the UI. So it's safe to, once you've got a game, regardless of whether we've changed state or not, it's safe to call the UI.
Yes.
Without it bombing out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just that when you're not playing because you haven't started or you're dead, it's just whether or not we stop the clock, isn't it, I guess? Or whether we just keep that ticking but don't do anything.
It doesn't matter, really, because you may use it to change a colour on the screen or anything. Okay. I mean, the game itself runs through. It has its attract mode where it does little animations. Then it actually plays the game in AI mode.
Yeah.
Goes backwards and forwards, switching between those states.
Okay, that sounds.
But if we just want something to, there's nothing stopping us from getting the board laid out and leave the game over on the board because we're not playing, and then stick some sort of press space 1, whatever you want to start.
Yeah. So the first test then maybe is when the user presses space, we move from the attract mode to starting the game.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we need to.
Or when user presses start, if we call it start, and it doesn't matter what key we attach it to.
Yeah.
Do we need anything before that? Just to make sure we're in attract mode? Do we need a test for it? Like game starts in attract mode.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So one test is game starts. Okay, and then
start.
Whatever. Scatter isn't it, actually? I think we go to first of all.
I think we just need to check that the state moves to alive because we've got all the tests to say if they're in scatter or
okay. Yeah.
So as long as they move to scatter, we can just say they're alive.
Live status then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about this game starts in the track mode because we have that on the settings, which what state they start in. So initially, so we can't test that because we're just going to be testing the.
It should always start at initial, but it moves immediately from initial on game state machine 20, line 20, where it immediately goes to scatter. What we're saying is immediately go to track mode.
Oh, okay. So it set the game up and everything, and then
jump to scatter mode. Jump to attract mode at that point. But what I'm thinking is that setup game. When you die, we need to do that setup game again and go back to attract. So should we make that setup game happen as we enter attract rather than in?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Or I mean, do you play the sound actually when the game starts? So that when you exit attract.
You only play the sound as you exit attract mode. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to split that setup game.
Yeah. That's straightforward, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's fine. Just make a note.
Oh yeah, because that says begin anyway, so it shouldn't really publish the begin notification.
Yeah. Yeah, so the game test will be games. The game starts. It's not game starts, does it? The game starts in tracked mode.
Yeah.
And then that we can move from a track mode into
Because this takes in a tick at the moment, doesn't it, to transition? So you have to tick to transition to the next state.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're doing that anyway to transition into scatter. So that first test should be pretty straightforward, and then can fail pretty. Will fail now, won't it? Quite happily.
I guess, yeah, after the first tick, we just check to see.
Make sure we're in a track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Where are we? On the bottom. At the bottom. We're calling it that.
Yeah, sure.
We don't actually need the now, do we? I think we could just tick.
It could be.
Yeah, that's true.
Tick's fine, isn't it? It's not doing anything. So we can listen. Yeah.
So you can use a new build script, you know.
Oh yeah. Sure. Oh,
Probably-
it doesn't do testing, does it?
Yeah, build does. I don't know if you pulled yet, have you?
Why not actually? What am I doing? Yeah, I just add that. So
Okay.
it found alive. But I think as soon as we change that, it's going to break everything else. So, so if we say transition to
The track.
we haven't got it in here. Is it just going to call it a track or track mode?
Track mode's fine, yeah.
Yeah, because we'd have to make sure all our other tests actually start in a tracked mode. Well,
Well, a lot of them start in a live, which is a scatter.
okay, that's okay. They won't break.
I think on game we have a mapping in between state as well.
Yeah.
The game state, so you need to add it into here. Because things we map things like ghost, chase, scatter, frighten all into a live.
Yeah, that's fine. So tracked.
I
might move it up so they're in order.
Do you want to move this up? Which now if you run that.
A few broken ones.
I guess another one but start off at.
No, that's not bad. 3.
Yeah, I think it's the ghost ones where it assumes they're going to be in the right location.
Yeah.
But now we need another state, don't we?
We need one for.
Oh no, that should be fine if you.
No,
So if he starts off at track mode.
Yeah, but we've got nothing to force it from a tracked mode to.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Why don't they start in scatter? Or what are we testing there? Should chaser. So they could start in scatter.
Yeah.
They can't because this is the problem. We can't set this to scatter.
Right, got you. Oh, we're going to have to be able to press start then, aren't we?
Yeah, we need to be able to trigger a start button.
No, we can't. Oh, right. So okay, so that's fine. No, it's not. Yeah, we could just move straight on a tick now from a track to scatter, and I think that'll pass all the tests.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we changed it from being initial instead, yes.
Yeah, to attract. Yeah.
So how do I find all them?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I'll do it. It's one ghost test, the bombing, a couple more.
So that's all them.
Yeah.
But then we'd have to change around. That's still going to break.
Yeah, it's still
yeah. But if we go to the game state machine and we just temporarily add.
Yeah, so during.
Yeah, during attract mode.
It transitions. It just transitions to.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Do you want that above the when enter? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to go to scatter. How's this work? Because we don't.
We don't want a time, do we? We just want when tick. We just want to do it.
How do you do that then? Just
when tick, then.
Oh, right. You don't. You just get rid of the condition, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the problem there is we're not going to be setting up the game, so they're going to be in the wrong position. So if you run that,
it left them in initial.
That's fine because that's something we wanted to move anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we should have left them in initial, and then the test will pass if they go back to initial.
Oh, there's also no map for it in the game state object.
Oh.
Oh, there's only one. Game moves straight into track mode.
That's failing because we're moving it straight into live now. That's our new test. We're skipping it.
I thought we'd had to have 2 ticks to do that.
It's difficult to say because I don't know what the internals are doing because the state machine says during the tick, well, initially when it ticks, goes straight into attract, and then during that attract, moves straight into scatter. But I don't know whether it.
I do it if you just put those lines in the opposite order. Does it just run top to bottom?
Well, we didn't think it did. We thought it ran on events. So if it's in attract mode, although it's a during, you'd think it would run on the next tick, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just put that.
because you've not entered that mode yet, have you?
No.
Or that state.
Well, it was easy enough to test, isn't it? If we just take that code and put it above initially. It's only until we do the next test anyway, isn't it? Because as soon as we add a key press, it's going to be fine. Nope.
No, go straight into it still. So that must be
Yeah, that tick.
Tick must be going straight into this one, transitioning, and then straight into this one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tick event. What does it? Where do we set it? What does it do?
Because we only tick once in this.
Yeah, that's not the same tick though, is it? That tick event is the event on 125. What do we attach to that?
What do you mean? Where are you?
Our test is correct, isn't it?
That tick calls that event, doesn't it? Or does it?
Yeah. So the tick in the game.
It calls that tick twice, but what is attached to that? What do we attach to that event? Where do we attach that?
It's on the game where you do tick on the game. It raises an event, which is just tick.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think that it just because that event's been raised, that event runs right through. So as you change mode, i.e., if you said attract changed to scatter, and as soon as you got into scatter, it changed to attract, I think it would just loop continuously rather than wait for the next tick before it does the code of the new state. I think the state gets applied immediately, it would appear.
Yeah. Maybe initially it's a bit of a special case as well.
Yeah, maybe.
That it happens immediately. It doesn't require another tick.
Well, we can test that. I'm just doing. No, because it wouldn't do that every single time. Because if it was,
yeah, but it'll have come out of attack. It'll have come out at that point. So it'll now be in scatter.
oh, that's what I meant to put.
Yeah.
A lot more. Oh, everything's going to fail now, isn't it?
what happened to that particular test though?
I don't know. Let me just find which test it was. I run again. Oh, I was just thinking what we wrote into it.
Yeah.
Which is this.
Found to be alive, it says there.
So it doesn't. So I went. That's weird. So Ellie.
Definitely, that's not it because you've got another pull down below it. So it must be further down than that one.
Oh yeah.
It must be in. Yeah, go the other way up. Right, there we are.
1 second. I'm just going to copy and paste it.
Dead.
No.
Oh.
It's alive. Yeah.
Oh, so it's initially is the problem.
Yeah. Maybe that's just like an edge caser where it just flows straight through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our first tick, it's already in a track. Well, no, you can't tell, can you? I was going to say you'd be able to tell because you could check it before the first tick, but I think the tick is a special case that when you tick that first one, it fires the initially and then fires it for whichever state it ends up in.
Yeah. Well, that's I suppose that's fine for the moment. I don't think we care because we're not going to be on when tick away.
Yeah.
We're only doing that
to pass the other test.
Yeah. So we can either create the event now and put it as something else.
Let's just write the next test because we're fairly sure we've only got a failing test because of this problem, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems a bit silly to spend ages fixing something where we're going to delete it. Yeah.
So you run the next test.
Yeah. So when in attract mode.
What we got?
I guess we'll have a new method on game, which is press start or something.
Game moves to alive when user presses. Is it when user press start or when the start event happens?
When user presses start, because then we're going to test. We're going to do like game dot press start, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can copy most of that above test.
Like that. We're going to do that as well.
Oh, hang on. Is that the problem with that test? Is it we start off in attract mode? Line 256.
Go on there. Stick it in initially. Oh, how do you comment? I don't know how to comment.
Control X.
Just
yeah.
Oh, they cut it out, Sammy.
Yeah.
That is probably definitely the reason why.
That'll probably work now. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, test back.
So is it live at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need a tick, and then we need something to trigger the event.
So probably game dot press start.
Yeah, I do that. Something like that.
And then we
It's
can
weird
hook
how
that
we've
up.
got
So
it's weird how we've got a start game and then we've got a press start now.
yeah, start game is just like to complete the initialization because you don't want to.
Well, it's initialized, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is that it?
Do we want an assertion in there to say? Well, do we need that? Do we need that tick? I guess.
Technically, we shouldn't.
Or we could say. I mean, we could say that's initial as well.
Yeah, that's got to be initial. That shouldn't be it.
Yeah.
But then you just
That's probably okay because that's actually doing what
we needed to do. You just put an assertion in.
Yeah. Ah. I don't get any. The only auto completion it does is inserts an entire method.
Yeah.
what's this event going to be called? Press start.
Press start.
Start
Yeah,
press.
Autocomplete. I ended up typing the whole of mine because I could see the autocomplete that it was going to do, which was completely wrong.
Is that build now?
It's not really red here. That doesn't mean anything. No.
We've got some. Oh, I think it's because I made press start awaitable.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure we need that tick underneath. Press start.
Yeah, I think that'll go through. Let's take it out.
Yeah.
It should happen at the point when we press start.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've not handled it.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's nice and easy to fix it.
We just replace the word tick with whatever you just called that event. Press start, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be it. And that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
We break any other tests though. Yeah.
Apparently.
It's going to break the ghost ones because.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because we need to call press start and then.
Yeah, so instead of ticking me to press start.
Yeah.
Do the fix.
That's game clock, isn't it? It's game dot. Yeah.
Let's put that one in. Let's just test that one. So that's should chase after 7 seconds.
Obviously 2, shouldn't it? Whatever happens. No. It probably still needs to tick because it's not taking a tick to transfer from initial to alive, is it?
Yeah, but I thought the only reason why we did the first tick is because it was an initial. No, so I don't work either.
Does it move to a different location? Is it moved further along though? Let's see, what did it? Where was it last time it failed? Go up a little bit.
So if you just remove that out, leave it. So it was originally.
It shouldn't move at all, should it? Because the game's not running.
No. So that's 29.1 instead of 31.
Yeah, when you put that press in, it's further away. It looked, wasn't it? Not 30. Was it?
So I think we should move that tick and put a press.
Now what's
Makes
it?
sense to me. 29.1. Oh, is it 30? It's a 31.
Its initial location. It's actually moved right. Why has it gone right when we were expecting it to go left?
Shouldn't that go into, does that go into scatter or does it go into chase? I thought it went into chase.
Goes into chase after 7 seconds.
Goes into, it goes to scatter style, doesn't it? Yeah. What have we changed?
Well, I think one of the tests was should start off in chase or whatever. Go should scatter to start with. So let's look at this one. So this one's failing because X is 1 or found 3.
All right.
So if we do the same thing with this one.
Yeah.
Expected.
And that's in track mode.
You did a wait game start the other one, didn't you? Pressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's still failing.
Yeah. Should scatter style, but found 5. It's moving further. It's almost like it's moving in the wrong direction. This is that was what the other test was doing. It's getting further away from where we expected it to be.
Does that mean we do it because we change direction on a state change, don't we?
Yeah.
Does that mean we're doing an extra change we weren't doing before?
Potentially, that's what I was thinking. But we haven't changed anything because the only change we did move the, where it does the setup game. What I'm thinking is, I don't know whether this will work or not. I was going to say, move that into there and see if it behaves any differently. You know what I mean? On game state. Because if those are happening on different ticks.
Oh, is it because, wait a minute, is it because this doesn't take in time? Oh, no, this shouldn't make any difference.
It doesn't matter, does it?
This one shouldn't make any difference, only the other one does.
I was thinking about if we moved that in game state, just to test it. I've just moved the setup from the track mode into from the initial and moved it into a tracked mode. Just see if it tests any differently.
You just moved it.
Yeah, I just moved it and just
Saved.
Where's my really gone? Nope.
Where are the ghosts though? If you go up on that one that's failing,
Did it actually build though?
Press start does not have a destiny.
Because the event doesn't have a now in it, does it?
Build's failing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah. Put it back to where it was.
Why does setup game need the time? Record last tick.
Yeah, I moved it into I moved that into track mode, so it did the setup and the transition in the same tick. Just see if it made any difference, but we'd have to pull time through and everything to do it. Is it definitely building? Because if the build is failing, it'll still run the test, won't it, on the old version? Has Kevin lost sound? Kev?
Right.
Yeah, it's built.
Yeah, it's building, isn't it?
So that's
But it's going the wrong way. Ghost your scatter to start with. Ghost test. Start location. 3. Ghost with location. Direction right. But we're telling them to move right.
yeah. So we got a right strategy anyway. So we're just making that doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, but we're giving them a right. What means they're giving them a right strategy, so it's going to go right. So why were we expecting them to be at 1-1?
Oh, because I've got a scatter.
Oh yeah, scatter location 1-1
Yeah.
with direction right. Is that because we're expecting them to flip direction immediately?
Oh, wait a minute. We don't set up the ghosts anymore, do we? That's the problem. Because initially we do the setup game, which moves all the PacMan to their home locations and shows them.
Yeah, and we're missing that out in these tests because we're starting at the attract mode.
Yeah.
So we do want to move that code into.
Why don't we move it in?
Well, we can move this code into before attract mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can have before.
Well, alternative, you could do that, or just set it back to initial. Don't do it. Start it from attract mode. Start it from initial.
Well, I think it should be before it enters attract mode now, not on initially.
Yeah, if we do when enter attract mode, and then
Yeah.
I still haven't fully mastered this syntax for this state machine stuff.
I think it differs a bit between the when enter and the durings.
Yeah.
You do them like that and then like that.
Yeah.
I think it's because the when enter is already a when. It's kind of during a track mode when entered, almost.
Yeah.
But they've put it in its own method, but they've just got different syntax for it, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
All that context.
you need the then, find it out then. Expound object. It's definitely what I want. So I think that might work.
Yeah, we just need to add now to the event, don't we?
Event?
Oh no.
Why? Oh yeah, because it doesn't have that, does it?
No.
Okay, it's got now. Instance has got now on it there, hasn't it? Why does it need now?
Why has it not got?
Oh, that's to record the last tick. We don't need this anymore. Do we need to record the last tick? We always record the last tick after a tick.
Yeah, why have we got that? Just comment that line out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's left over from how we did it originally.
Yeah.
No different. We are now a 1 out instead of 2, though.
So what was?
We're still going right instead of going left, so we're not in scatter.
So this starts off in a tract. We press start. So we're in a tract. Oh, because we're when entering. We're not entered it. We already are in that state. When entered means you're already in that state.
Well, we could start an initial, couldn't we? And then just tick.
But from the errors, the ghosts are where we're putting them. So the setup game.
Yeah, but I think that's because we copied them onto the state originally.
They're already
but don't move them home.
Right, they're already there. Get you. Why don't we start in initially?
Yeah, and just do an extra tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might make more sense. So if we actually add that tick, no, we'd have to have a tick before pressing start.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better being the setup game's better being there on a track mode because as we come out of dying, it sets the game up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's where we want to head to anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, except we'll have to break it again, so that test fails, that we can then put it back.
Still don't work. Oh, that looks.
Made no difference.
Oh, is that because it needs another tick now?
No, because they're still going the wrong way. I think they're going to be further away.
Rudy, one less tick then.
Wait a minute.
And they're now at 6. We're looking at that one.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, they're getting further away to the right. We're expecting them to go to the left. Can you do a search to see that we're in scatter? That doesn't sound like we're in scatter.
We can't do that here. How do we know if it's that? Oh, we could check the state machine. Wait a minute, if I debug it over here instead. Let me just check this on the screen.
That's the best thing.
We always forget about the debugger.
What test for that? And if I just pause it here.
What's it called?
Where does it tell you what state it's in? There's a proper channel called what's it called?
Obviously not on there.
We use this already somewhere in game, I think it is. Games. Oh, this games. Oh, it's on game state. That's obvious. Yeah. Think about that. So game
State. There.
state.
Status. We're in Ghost Chase. That's why it's not working. How do we get into Ghost Chase? Something's happening, which means things which could trigger that is we've got no timer.
Yeah.
So we've hit the timer already.
Yeah, so line 36 in the state machine.
Yeah. Context data now. Have we got a time to change state?
Yeah, that's set on line 32.
When entering scatter.
Context instance change state.
Is that because, oh, right. It's because we don't, I know why. It's because when we press start, we don't know what the tick was. We transition into
Scatter.
this, and this is the last time it was change state in takes the last tick.
Yeah.
And we've not set the last tick yet, I bet.
He's miles away.
Because press start doesn't have a tick. Or doesn't have a concept of time. We can put time.
Yeah, well, that's what we need to do then, is add the time to that.
In 34, we had time, didn't we? When we called set game up, didn't we set the state? We set the time then.
On this tick?
In game state machine 24.
On 24.
There, when we called setup game, we used to pass the time in, didn't we?
Oh, and that passed it in, yeah.
Start time.
Yeah.
Which we just took out.
Well, you do that. We do have a tick at the start. So we're drawing any when tick. We do set the tick.
But we're not ticking, are we? We're pressing start.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is we should have at least one previous thing in here because we do game start, and then we do tick, and then we do start. Well, I suppose we can, if I breakpoint it there on this one, we can see what that's set to, I suppose.
Yeah.
We're also not mocking out time in these tests, are we? Is that the...
What, passing time into it?
Yeah, is that the problem? Is it going... But it's like 7 seconds or something, though, so it shouldn't...
Yeah, it would have to be... You'd have to run them, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Parallel, and go really wrong.
So, game state. Last tick. Yes, that's never set. That's weird. Why is that never set when it's set? It should be set on this one. So that should pass in that. Yeah, I assume it should be set still because we got a tick beforehand. Why wouldn't that work? I don't get that. I assume this bit here, this tick method, we get called.
Record the last tick.
Yeah, record the last tick because during any.
Yeah.
We're in any. Unless, oh, we've come across this before. I've been here before. I remember this.
Oh, yes.
That doesn't fire on initially, does it?
Yeah.
No. So during any is any but final or initially.
Yes.
So in theory, we could just put tick in here. In this then.
Yeah, we should just fire one tick to get.
Well, I get the test passing, but I think it might cause a problem in real life if you don't press start for a few seconds.
Oh, right, yeah. So if you're in a track mode and don't press start straight away, you'll go into...
Oh, no, we should be okay then, because that should be during any at that point.
No, you probably... Yeah.
When we do change state in, what does change state in do? Does it just add it to last tick? Yeah, we almost need to tick.
You need a tick after.
We need to tick as we come out of a tracked mode.
Yeah.
Or, no, we can't do it as we enter scatter because we change backwards and forwards, don't we?
I think that'll work now, though, because now we've got the tick recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only working by fluke at the moment because we're not pausing on track mode, although it doesn't work. Where's that ghost, the one that we did easier to track? Oh, he's at naught. Done too many ticks. He's going
yeah.
now.
Let me just go back to this one. Yeah, this is probably right because I think we did put.
How many was it to start with?
I think it was 3, but I think we need to take one away because then it became start the other one.
Yeah.
Well, yay! My God, that was. So the other ones should be pretty simple to fix because they just add in the tick in.
We just need to call the press start, don't we?
Yeah, just press start in between it. So let's go do that. So we got the start. We have a tick before it as well. Do that one. Nope. Oh, I think we've gone too far again. I don't think you need that tick.
You don't need that one now, do you? Because that one fires still after the press start.
Yeah, that's good. And then let's just do this one.
Good old case of what's happening in the black box.
So that's a start game. We have to tick before starting the game now, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh no, so that's the tick start the game.
We just
need
a
game dot
press start there, don't we?
I find it really weird that the rest of our tests don't press start to test any of the logic.
I guess because we start in a different state, isn't it?
Yeah, we forced the state on the others. It doesn't matter.
Shall we shove that line in the UI as well? Because otherwise the UI is not going to work, is it?
Either shove it in or you could put the button in.
Or put the button in.
Yeah, how are we putting the button
in? We could. What, we're going to just have a rough button for now, or what? What's the?
I'm guessing as soon as I think if we press the anywhere on the screen, that'll be fine.
Okay.
That the starts.
In that case, we've already got the keyboard hooked up, haven't we? So.
Where's
There's any key to start.
yeah.
Can't do it any because we're attached to the. We'd have to check the state to see whether we can intercept any key at that point, wouldn't we?
Add keyboard. Press A. Check for key press.
So
Oh yes.
So wire up some UI.
Yeah, we could just say it is spacebar down. Yeah.
Okay, give me 2
We
seconds.
could just do this if games.
Yeah. Kevin's on the here case.
Oh wait a minute. That's not going to work because game's not here.
You can't. Yeah, underscore game.
Oh yeah, it is there. It's just intelligence are totally terrible. So attack mode.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tag some stuff into the UI as well.
And what?
I'm just gonna tag this.
Yeah, and then it is key down, keys dot space.
Status. What's it called? Attack mode.
Yeah.
What have we got available? Display dot. I've got something to write text to it. What have we got there? Can write text. Where's render score? Render scores.
Press start.
Yeah.
Render
So
string.
this.
Might not run yet. Render string. It's all in there.
Both you should be consistent with the braces one way or the other.
Right.
Without.
Scoreboard. Render scoreboard.
Oh, where are you?
Scoreboard. Render. Scoreboard.
What's it?
Where's the scoreboard? So render scores. It's just I've got stuff to do it there. So public void render start, and we'll render string press.
We've done spacebar.
Spacebar.
Yeah.
Space to start. How long's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 48, 20, and it's 28. So it's 14. I reckon that's at 4. I'm going for 4 on line 2. Go on then. There's plus.
Let's build it and start it. Oh, I could have used that run thing. Oh, actually, I haven't even saved half files. That would help. Does run build it?
Yep.
It might not remove the message. Just thinking.
Scoreboard does not exist in the context.
It gave me some error checking, and I'd be able to find it. That's because we've got capital S.
And there's no such thing called press start.
Yeah, there is. It was a capital S. That was the problem.
No, it says
There's still no such thing as press start.
no.
It's written that. Oh, render start. Which one do we want? Press start. Let's do that. There we go.
Oh, here we go. Well, oh yeah, it says press start. That's good.
It worked.
It worked, yeah.
And it removed it. I was surprised it removed it.
Did see a bit of delay though. When I pressed space, it was like space. Oh no, that wasn't too bad actually. Excellent.
So technically now the dying, we're done. Because all we've got to do is move it back to attract. And it's done.
Yeah, well, I don't think we move everything. We don't set everything back up. So like the pills and stuff like that don't need reinitializing.
Yeah.
You're not get reinitialized in that setup.
No, because they're already copied across from the initial state. Maybe the state shouldn't copy the settings. Maybe the state should be set up by the actual state machine.
Should do it in there somewhere and do it in game state as we come in, get it all in one go.
Yeah. Adding what state was it called? Attracts mood. Yeah, so I'm guessing like I think we should just copy the other test for that game test where we
when we lose a life, that one.
Yeah. This one. It's just got everything what we need, really.
Yeah.
Oh, except for the score. Score needs to be reset.
Oh yeah.
But what was this one? After
starting a new game.
No, after we're dying first, aren't we?
Okay.
After dying. After game over, that's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Right then.
Die now.
Well, we can die quite easily because we can
Yeah,
just
that's fine.
change this to the initial life to be 1.
Yeah.
Yes. So we must die. Oh no, this is completing the level, isn't it? Not dying.
Yes, we don't need any. We need a coin, don't we? So PacMan location far away. We don't want any power pills.
Well, we do because we need to check them as well. So we want everything to be far away.
Oh, do you want to check them?
Yeah. So we need everything to be far away except for a ghost that goes and kills us.
Yeah, the ghost needs to be
home location. Yeah. So let's just put them 3 ghosts there, and then we can have the killer ghost. Killer ghost
can be at PacMan dot right. PacMan dot left, standing still. Location dot.
So that'll give us the one that's going to kill him.
The default standing still.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we should just be able to turn. We want to. Yeah, we want to go left. Tick once, and then we should be dead.
Yeah, so that should be dead at that point. Dying.
Dying.
Oh, and then we have to wait a certain amount of seconds, don't we?
Yeah.
And then we tick for now.
Was that a setting?
No, I think we just set it at 4 seconds, didn't we?
Yeah, that's fixed, I think.
Yeah, looks like it. And then I guess we check that we're in a track mode,
Yeah.
and then we just start the game.
Yeah. And then we say level should be, level should be 1.
Let's start with it.
Score should be 0. Okay. Ghost bit's wrong, isn't it? We need to kill. Well, no, we need to include the killer ghost, don't we? In the ghosts.
Should we drop it down to one ghost? We don't need to test that every ghost will be there.
Oh, we can join. We can count them together anyway, can't we?
Yeah.
Sticking them together.
Yeah. That's interesting. I always use union. I guess concat's the same thing.
Different. So union, if there's duplicates in it, we're using the comparison between them. They'll bring not only one back. So if there's 2 ghosts which are the same, it'll only be 1. But concat will actually put both of them in the list, in the enumeration. Yeah,
concat's better than.
Depends what you're doing.
Well, it's going to be quicker, isn't it? Because you'd have to do the comparison.
Yeah. I thought we meant
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I thought you meant quicker as to, as better.
Yeah.
No, you said,
quicker in this case. Yeah, it's better in this case because we know we haven't got duplicates.
Should be in not dead. Why does he says he's in dead mode?
It comes out dead.
Oh, so yeah, because we're not transitioned.
Yeah. So we haven't finished it.
So we should be able to just go to. Are we just transitioning straight into a track mode then?
We don't need a dead anymore, do we? Well.
When are we going to update the high score?
The high score should technically be updated continuously.
Oh, okay. In that case, we probably don't need dead, unless we play a sound or anything.
Is there a dead sound?
Well, the only dead is sound is the sound of you dying, but that's the same sound as you dying on each life.
Depends if there's anything we need to do on the UI.
Technically not. You can put the game over, but technically you're still in game over state when the game initializes. Because you're not playing.
Yeah.
So you are in game over naturally.
Well, should we just change it to track a moment. I don't know if we might have some tests which say they go into dead state though. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure.
So we got PacMan should be dead when no lives left.
Oh yeah, so that one. Yeah, that seems feasible.
That should be a track, but that's fine. PacMan location should be 1010, but find 910. So we're not resetting PacMan. So
but that's the test we're doing. That is our current test, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's valid.
Yeah.
And is that the only thing what seems to be the wrong location? Oh, but we need to eat some coins and things like that to make them fail, like coin things.
Yes. Well, let's fix that other test first, because that's easy enough.
That one. This one.
Yeah.
So that should be just a track.
Yeah.
PacMan So that game.
Game should be, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this shouldn't be in this thing. Game
Should return to.
should be in a track mode when. Yeah, I feel like this should move into game tests anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a game test, isn't it?
It's actually just the prerequisite to this one, really.
Yeah.
So that's just an individual one. So if we just have that time being, that fixes that test.
So do we need to put the ghost and the PacMan further apart then, so we can eat the coins?
Well, I think we should. I think it'd be better to fix this issue first of why
Okay.
PacMan's not in the right location, which should be pretty easy because that's in the setup game, isn't it? This bit.
Yes.
And this just needs. We've already got a method here that says.
It's just move PacMan home.
Let's move up.
Okay.
Gonna have to pass in game settings as well, aren't we?
Game state, game settings. Yeah, which will pass that. And then we just need to make it fail again
I
for.
think it's, yeah, it's just settings.
Seems to give me IntelliSense of the wrong thing.
It's telling you it's an error. What?
It's like, I don't know. Can I convert iGame settings to game settings? Oh, it's because we use iGame settings in here as well. Yeah, so that passed that. So
Yeah.
I think we should,
Fix our test.
unless we just make a different test. I don't know. we probably- I guess, yeah, I guess because we had the coins. Well, I
Yeah, we
suppose
just-
this is- Yeah, I suppose we could just have them next to the PacMan. So you could have
Yeah.
the ghost left, left, left.
Yeah.
This one dot left. This one dot left, left. We also need a coin
You need a dead one as well.
far away because we are
Oh,
at
yeah.
the Git level. Left, left. Was we left there? PacMan. Oh,
Location.
yeah.
Are you going to bother eating the fruit? Oh, that doesn't really matter actually. That's because the fruit's
Fruit,
always in the same place. In fact, that's fine because then the fruit appears and the test makes sure it's disappeared. So that's actually what we want.
Yeah.
Initialize one.
So we just need to tick a couple extra times, don't we?
Yeah, we don't have lives checked on here as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we need lives checking. Live should be back to the original one, which is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually need 2 more ticks,
Yeah.
and then that should be right.
Game state dying, not alive.
We
So
haven't,
we haven't
met the
done-
ghost.
Just need 1 more tick.
because he's at location left, left, left.
No, that's right. I think he was just in the wrong location. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the ghosts are all edible, which they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
They're in the right location. Oh, yeah, the ghosts are in the right location. Oh, yeah, they will be, won't they? Because they're not walking anywhere.
Yeah.
That's another thing. We got no lives. Score is wrong.
Yeah.
So pretty much like all the stuff is wrong.
So,
Ghost should be the wrong location though, but because we've got so maybe we have these ones as this has got chase right.
it's through scatter, isn't it?
Yeah, but why are they not
They
move?
should move.
It's because setup game already puts the ghost back.
Ah, right, okay. But wait a minute, but set up. Oh, right. So that's right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so that's
we've already got
halfway.
working code for that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then in our actions thing.
Yeah. So so we've got get ready for next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything by that first line, we could refactor into a method and call that from.
Both of them.
Yep.
Or is that just setup game? No, because you have to decrement the scores.
Yeah,
wrong,
there's a
isn't it?
couple of changes. Yes, we want to do that bit in both of them. So shall we pull that out into a
Yeah, what are we going to call that?
reset board?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Setup board or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we can take that and put it. Yeah.
And then we just need to set the score still.
Let's check it, see if it's true.
Score and lives, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, so score is wrong, lives is wrong.
Because then we've got an initial lives.
Yeah, the one that came to end, so games.
We'll probably want to do game state, yeah, dot reset lives.
Just game. Oh no, game state does it. It has to be past it, isn't it? So
yeah.
I didn't pass anything. So reset lives. Lives. What's it called? Lives?
Yeah, it's just lives. Yep.
Scores.
Yeah, it scores just score with a capital S.
With a capital S.
Yeah, it's just a private property.
So that should. Yeah.
100% go on that.
That should make them all pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shall I try it? Shall I run it?
Play it and die.
Yeah.
I die. I can do this one quite well. This is what I'll be building up for the rest of the times. Practice for this one time. Spacebar. Let's go kill myself.
You're not doing very well.
Kill me. There we go. Oh, I need to die 3 times.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to like die when I'm trying.
It's quite hard to force it because they don't chase you in that scatter mode. And
they seem to run away from it. Look. So if you go down here,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back.
Yeah, that works. It works
Yeah.
pretty well actually. Nice. Oh. We end up with all the lives back as well. Cool. Let's come with that. What number was it? Might take it to handling losing all lives. And cool. Does that mean the Blaze one's not going to work now, though?
Oh yeah, good point.
Good, should it?
The game won't start.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's no key presses there.
Yeah, so I bet if you do a run on here. Yeah, it's going to say press space to start.
Yeah, but we're not trying to space, are we?
No. So I'm guessing well, we want to do it both on keyboard and for mobile devices, don't we?
Yeah.
So let's go with the Blaze and stuff. Where's some pages in it? So I guess we can just put the same thing as in here. What's this direction? Oh, this is the direction, yeah. One key down. Yeah, so if you just do the same thing, if the game's not null.
Yeah.
And
game status you need as well. And keys map, what would we want? Let's go, that'll do console key.
spacebar. Then game dot.
Press start.
Why is it so much red? It's just lying to me, I think. It gave me quite good intelligence, but now it marks everything as red. So I'm not sure if that is actually even going to run.
Hang on. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. You can do it on the else, can't you?
Yeah. That would probably. Yeah. It's this the parrot. Yeah. Yeah, so that works.
Okay.
We probably want to do it on pressing the button. So touch start, touch end. I'm guessing just as if you touch it, that's it. Because we don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the game, the game doesn't care here. Status. Yeah, that should probably be that. So if we're in the track mode, then game start. Seems logical to me. Put touch on here so I can touch it. There you go.
Oh, have you done it and tested it?
Yeah. Done it based on touch. Oh, so it should be on when you press your mouse button, or when you take your finger off, or when you press on it. Maybe when you press on it, actually. I might move that. Might move that to further. Where's it gone?
Just above it, touch start.
What are you stimulating touch with?
Just the JavaScript stuff.
So if game's null, what does game .status return? Null, 0.
No. So you could actually refactor these ones to be that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that instead.
Don't make so much errors. Oh, do you mean in the browser, Hammond simulation? Oh, you have to, to put it into mobile mode, it simulates touch. And there's also some settings in, where is it?
Do that.
Some settings somewhere. What? You can change how it simulates it? I can't remember where. No, where all the location stuff is, where you can set where your GPS location is and all that stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've used that before.
Right, yes.
I didn't realize you could simulate touch.
Yeah.
No,
So it just gives you the little pointer thing.
That's quite handy.
So you can just test it out, which is quite good.
Can you simulate iPhone rubber band?
Nope. Oh, wait a minute, it's not building. Wait operator and one's not async.
Touch start. Yeah.
The Blazor doesn't seem to care really, particularly. More the compiler cares.
Yeah, well, this just puts things in red, what's not anyway. So I think that's working very well. Yeah, after that. Cool. That seems to work.
Good.
What do we want to do? Easy one or hard one?
What are the choices?
Easy one, award PacMan a bonus life. Less easy for Kev to test it. You only have to get 10,000 points.
Yeah, but you need to do it for coins, pills, and ghosts, though, don't you?
Yes.
Dreamcoat.
What you could probably do with doing for that is just extracting the score and putting an add score method or an add score event where you pass in how much score you want to add, and then check for things like your extra life, check for extra life there, or just set a next extra life point, and during any playing mode, you check whether the score's reached it. Which is better. That's probably the easy one. The harder ones are. Do we want to simulate the? Do you want to do the eyes?
You can't close that one yet. We haven't done the high score.
Yeah, we haven't done the high score. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was part of that one. I was going to say we didn't have an issue for high score, did we? But it's on that one. That one should be quite straightforward.
Yeah, it should actually.
Which one? This?
But it's high score. PacMan after 10,000 points is an option.
I was a PacMan a bonus life to 10,000 points by default. However, creating some dip switches, or having proper dip switches where you can click them.
Yeah, I think so.
We could turn the screen outside and play around the back of it.
Yeah, there's that. Or there's when you eat the ghost, they should turn into eyes and wander home.
That feels a bit more challenging, that one.
Yeah.
I think we should do this one. This one's we can just collect loads of pills, can't we, in a line or something?
Well, we can have a setting which is how many points we need to get.
Bonus awarded at 1 point.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that is true. We could just.
Although we'll have to make it big enough that it doesn't. It is just a single bonus life, isn't it? It's not every 10,000.
No, it's just once.
Just one life. Where most games give them out at intervals.
Harsher.
It was just one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's just 3 tests, I think.
So bonus life given at a set number of points.
Yeah, and we just need to test it by eating a coin, eating a pill, and by eating a ghost.
Why all 3?
Because all 3 change the number of points you currently have.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Query on that. Just a theoretical query. If we extracted the score and the handling of it out into its own event, would you still write the 3 tests?
Yeah, I would. Because you're testing the behavior of each of them, like occurrences, aren't you?
If you establish that the only place that you can add score is in your score method, and the three things call your score method, and you do your checking for any special event like the high score, like awarding PacMan, if you do that all in your score method, do you still feel that you need to test 3?
Yeah, because when somebody comes along and changes that code, and they all still you haven't got them tests around the edge cases where, for the ghost, for example, somebody changes how the ghost works.
Yeah.
And they don't go and give you a bonus life anymore because they've changed the code around. Then they don't have anything to ensure that functionality was even there anymore. As if you're testing it at a high level, you know straight away that should have happened.
Yeah. But if your score method's not exposed, if your score's not exposed,
yeah.
So the only way to change the score is in your add score method, then somebody would be, by changing the way the score is handled by a ghost, they would have to expose the property and everything anyway.
I guess it depends where the behavior lives, right? So I suppose if these was 2 different services, in like a game which is not, all the logic is living together here. But if there was 2 different services and you had like one service which is like simulating the game or something, and it's firing off events saying score updated or something, and then some other part of the system is dealing with like adding bonus lives, that could listen to score updated and then say, oh, if the score's changed to this, then I'll add a bonus life. And then I wouldn't test it beyond that service kind of thing. Well, I test it like a scenario over the top of it, but I wouldn't test it them 2 services coupled together, because they've got their contracts between each other now are the events which are transferring between each other, because they're working autonomously, aren't they? Them 2 services, they don't need each other anymore. As kind of, because this is all kind of built together, it's one autonomous kind of thing. It's not 2 separate entities.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't in this scenario, but if it was more of a, I suppose, a distributed system, then I wouldn't care as long as I raise the right events at a given time. It's somebody else's responsibility to work out.
Needs to do the life.
Yeah.
In which case, you only have to do one thing that raises the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'd have tests still though. So you'd have the test where it says a ghost, when you eat a ghost, yeah, you raise, I expect an event to be raised, a score incremented by 10 or something. Yeah. And then when a coin's eaten, I expect it to be incremented as well. And you'd be asserting that the events are raised. So you know your service is working in isolation, but something else listening to can do whatever it likes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the time we talked about that, David's written all the code.
I haven't actually.
I'm guessing it's still on maybe game tests, right? It's still about the game.
Coin test, fruit test, game test. Yeah.
Oh, did we play this publish event thing?
When we exit the track mode,
Oh.
What did we do?
We took it out.
We didn't do that.
No. Did we take it out completely?
We play it when we enter the attract mode now, don't we?
Yeah,
not when we exit.
That's it. So we probably do.
Yeah, so we play the sound before we start the game.
Before we start it, yeah, so it's been played in the wrong place. Presumably we haven't got a test that does that at the moment.
No, I guess not.
No, it's the only one because I know you've done you tested some of them, haven't you?
Yeah.
But that's obviously one we haven't got. Yeah.
I guess we should test that from dying as well. So should we do that now quickly?
Okay.
Publishes a gamification beginning when starting a new game after dying.
From dying, or because the dying one's quite complicated, whereas the startup one, the startup test is a lot cleaner.
You mean the game moves to alive and user presses start?
Yeah, the game moves to alive. So if you did 267, if you duplicate that one, then we should also get the event at that point as well. And we need to make sure that because at the moment we are going to get the event, but we're going to get it on the tick on 275 rather than the tick on 282.
Yes.
So that test will actually pass if we check for the event at the end, but we need to assert that it didn't happen early, and then we'll get a nice fail. Do you want to do it in there, or do you want to do it?
Well, I've just copied and pasted this test and created another one saying after game over and starting a new game, then beginning game notifications is fired. Published. Which we don't need. Oh, we need to die. I'm just remembering my game.
I was saying it's possibly easier doing it with the start one.
I think it should be on both of them though. I think we should have tests of both them things.
That's right. Is that my fault? Hang on. I covered it out. Yeah.
I was trying to copy something and it kept going down the screen. So we just want to left the PacMan for time being, and then we can tick once. Don't really need any of that, do we? Just need the session at the end of it.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yep, and we probably just want one above that. It's 0.
0 at that point.
Otherwise, it's not going to fail.
Should we write both tests now? Because otherwise we're going to fix it at which point the second test is going to pass as soon as we write it.
That is a good point.
Unless we fail it on purpose.
Yeah, you can still go on as well if you want. Did you start doing one?
No, I can't remember where it was. Should be in a track mode when the game moves to alive. Game, that one, isn't it? Game moves to alive when.
Yeah.
What did you call the last one? Note game. Beginning game notification is published when game moves to alive when user presses start. I'll do.
Nice and long-winded. Oh, you already copied it in. I didn't copy this bit.
No.
I
think first test might not pass.
The first test doesn't pass.
I don't think it's going to pass when we put our fix in either. I think number notifications triggered should be 1 and 2.
Well, that's it. They both fail.
They're both at the moment, but I reckon when we put the fix in, the first one's still going to fail.
The first one won't fail because it started in it didn't start in a tracked mode.
Oh, doesn't it? Does it start in?
Starts in. No, where does it start? Yeah, it does start in a tracked. No. Start game. Yeah, because we don't press start.
Oh, okay. So we're right then.
So
Okay, it is 0 and 1 then. Yep. Okay.
So is it in setup game then?
Did they both fail? Did you test them?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Both failed.
Yeah. So we want to move that line. Have you done it?
No, not done it.
That needs to come
Okay.
out, doesn't it?
Yeah. So line 58 needs moving, doesn't it?
And it needs attaching to press start, really, doesn't it?
Oh, is that not used anymore?
Don't need that anymore, do you? Needs on 20.
When press start.
28. So in there, I reckon. Yeah. Context. Yeah.
So that should pass them all, right?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Good. Good. Good.
Let's commit that as well. Oh.
We can write that one off now, can't we? Oh no, that's not in.
No, it was just that comment.
It's just a comment, isn't it? No, can't
Yeah.
write the issue off.
So we're back to the bonus life again then.
The bonus life. In game tests.
Yes, yeah, should have third one in there.
Game over style restored. Which one is it? It's kind of one of the ones. It's just an e-coin test, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
It's like the score. We've got score influenced by 10 when coins collected. Yeah.
But get a.
Yeah.
I've copied that. Where are we putting it? Game tests.
Did you say we did do one individually for coin, ghosts, and thingy? Should it just be
Yeah.
in coin test then? Maybe it should have been in coin test, seeing as the coin score incrementing is in coin test.
Oh, you're thinking about putting each one in each?
Yeah, I don't know. But then again, it's the actual result is a bonus line.
We could have a bonus lives tests.
Yeah.
All 3 in there.
Yeah, and then put all 3 in there.
Should we do that?
Do that.
Should I create a file?
Okay.
Yeah, because we put fruits in their own file.
Yeah.
I'll copy and paste half the class in, or a class in from another project, because new file doesn't work very well.
Lives. No, not lives. Yeah, lives. Increase when score reaches
Bonus limit,
bonus
amount.
bonus life point. Bonus life point. Bonus point life. After eating coin. So that should be game dot lives. Or even previous lives.
Coin as well, don't we? I've added the second coin as well because we don't want to.
Oh, we're going to complete the level, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but that'd probably be all right though. To be fair, so you don't get any more points for that.
We're going to test another case there, because what happens if the coin is the last coin on the board?
That's true.
You might have a situation where it doesn't fire. So is it better to do it with 1 coin?
Or do we need 2 tests?
We'll do it twice.
Yeah, we could do. It's easy enough, isn't it?
Oops.
We could make them into a test, a data-driven test, and just pass in the points of where you want the actual.
Can you put 2 coins on? No, you can't put 2 coins on top of each other, can you? But we can do enough ticks to get. So if we did theory, it's theory, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inline data.
Yep.
Inline data 1. Do I just put it in again, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? 2.
So then you have a parameter which is number of ticks.
4. Didn't write that. And I'll do it C for coins. Or C is less than. Well, I was going to just do number of coins.
Oh, okay.
Number of coins.
Well, it's the ticks as well, then.
Yeah, but the thing you're testing is how many coins you did it on, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
okay.
true. Yeah.
Number of coins. C++. Let's add PacMan. Which way are we going? Direction down. David, where's this function? You can add. We can add, can't we? Can we add?
No,
Well, you can get the last. Yeah, you can get the location. Just build the location up anyway, can't you? So,
I'm thinking.
so what you can do is just do this instead. Which way are we going?
Down.
So x is going to be the same. So you just do that.
You can do that way, can't you? Do we need to add one more?
Yeah, probably.
Might be neat to do it that way, mightn't it? Rather than do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then that's it. And we only do one tick because the first time through it'll actually trigger a game finishing, and the second time through it'll not trigger a game finishing.
We need to take the same man.
No, because what I was thinking is if you put 2 on, if you put
Oh,
1,
right, yeah, because you're setting the. Should be set to 1 then?
You get 10 points for the coin, don't you?
points, so 5's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, should we run it? See what happens.
Nice 4,
Yeah.
3. Nice
Yeah.
4.
So they both fail.
Yeah. So where are we going to put it? In eaten coins.
Coin eaten.
Should put an extra eaten in there. We've just broken that.
What? Why this going?
You put an extra eaten in when you pasted.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was trying to press Control and click. I don't know how it even pasted it. It's weird.
Increase score.
Oh yeah, so the fruit appears.
Yeah.
Oh, if you eat the fruit, does it need to change as well?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
That's fun, wasn't it?
It's any call to increase score, isn't it? Yeah.
So I guess in game.s
Score is greater than games. It's not quite set because you don't want it. We don't want to do it twice.
We're only going to do it once because the score's only getting. Oh wait a minute, yeah.
Yeah, this will pass the test actually. Yeah, this will pass the test.
Yeah, if you do it greater than for the time being.
Yeah, then you'll pass.
Then,
but we need to write another test that's going to fail.
It was settings, weren't we? What do you call it? Points for new bonus life. Yeah.
Did we actually add it all the way? Did you add it in? Or?
Yeah, I put it all the way through. Game state dot increase lives.
We probably don't have one of them.
That should pass them, but it's going to let the other ones fail.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. It's going to be. Should write another test saying it doesn't keep adding more.
Yeah.
Can I refactor this test slightly?
I wanted to add something in there.
Oh, okay.
I want to put your number of ticks back in.
Why number of ticks?
Because when we do that, that is going to fail. See, not see, that's less than the number.
Oh, so you're saying we should only
We should only get it once, whereas we're going to get it twice.
Oh, so you're doing the same test, right?
for the lives you're already incrementing here? Oh, you're going to tick multiple times on the same test. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to hit. It's going to go twice on the same test.
Yeah. So you had to read that a bit differently and just had it so you went over ate another coin again. So if you ate 2 coins,
Yeah.
then that would be kind of test the same thing.
Yeah. So
That's not.
that's right.
It will work. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we ate both coins,
Yeah.
we're getting the bonus lives twice. So we want a flag now to say that we've had the bonus life.
Yeah. So if you go back to here, increase life.
Or you could do it when you call it. You can say if the score was previously less than your limit and is now greater than your limit.
Yes.
Where's that in
the code? Yeah, the code you called that method from.
You need to then get the old score as well, don't you?
We don't have those scores.
We do. We have it at 63.
You do. You know what it is? It's the current score less 10.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, that's going to what
Is that right? A bit too much logic into it.
I'd just change this into like a try add bonus life. And then here.
Yeah.
We need to add a test to make sure that's reset on a new game then, don't we?
Yeah, and only on a new game and not on a new level or anything like that.
Yeah, how would you test that? Because that's private.
You start a new level and eat another coin again to see whether the bonus lives increased.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking David's, although messier logic, is going to avoid having to do a complicated set of tests, which tests, if you've died, do you get the bonus life again? If you do it again, if you've completed the level, do you get the bonus life next time around? If it's a new game, do you get the bonus life and stuff?
Although you're only avoiding the test because you know what the implementation is.
Yeah.
It works. Fine.
But it doesn't work if you die and then start a new game.
No. Does it? Does game state ever get refreshed?
No, because we refresh ourselves by calling all the individual methods.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get reset, then, does it? So we need
where we get game test, wasn't it? The other ones.
Yeah.
So
it's all the different ones which
it's pretty much this test.
Yeah.
We've already consumed the bonus life. Wait a minute. We need to consume the bonus life, die.
Die.
Yeah. And then make sure we don't
get it again.
Yes. Is it that test?
Do we need to repeat that for each type of collection though? Because again, we only know that it works because the bonus life check is in that method, which is where I started from, where I said if you move it all into a method, then you only need to test it once. So we put part of the logic in the.
This isn't the right method, is it? To copy. We want the test where we actually die and we start again.
Okay. That's where we die and start again, isn't it? Yeah, that's the way we do it. It's the right one.
No, that's
We
the
do
one.
die.
That's the initial game.
That's the initial one, yeah.
It's the one with that massive assert statement we want.
That
This
one.
Who's restored?
Yeah, that's the one.
After games, yeah, it's the same as this one, but we cut this one down, didn't we?
Ah, okay.
After going over and starting a new game, again, that everything.
So it's this one. After game over and starting a new game.
Yeah, so we just need to merge that with the other test, don't we? Yeah.
I don't know what to write.
When starting a new game, the bonus life flag bonus life flag.
Bonus life can.
The bonus life can be collected again.
Yeah. And we can just have settings of.
Coin. Which way are we going? We're going
left.
Okay.
So one of them just needs to be left. And ghost needs to be left.
It's ghost standing still, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So
left on 409 shouldn't have brackets, should it?
Oh no. So we tick there, and that collects the coin, doesn't it? Collects coin.
Tick again to kill us.
Towards bonus life. Oops.
So you should be able to assert there to make sure you've got them.
Yep, agreed.
We got initial lives.
Yeah. Lives. What? Is it just?
And then we do the same. We die, and then we come back to life here, and then we pretty much just do the same thing again.
You do it again to die.
Right.
You've got an extra life to destroy. Can we start with initial life 0? Because we don't check the lives unless you die.
Maybe, but then if we would, yeah, but that they would never die then.
No, if you start,
we collect a life.
Yeah.
And then we die.
And die, so then you've got no lives left, at which point the game should reset. Because we only check lives at the point when you die. So it doesn't matter if you start the game with no lives. So I'm thinking it there, if we started with 0, that happens, at which point we've got 1. We die, so we've now got 0 again. The game should start again. We'll have 0 lives. We'll collect the 10,000 points, as it were. The life will still be on 0 because we didn't get another life.
Yeah. So here you should be dead.
That'll save having to die twice to get rid of the bonus life that we've just got.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So if see what I mean? Start with 0.
Yeah. No, yeah.
The only life we lose is the one we've just gained.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you still got this collecting life.
Yeah. Now we've got 1. Kill him. Now we've got 0 lives.
So we don't have to walk into the ghost.
And then we need to collect the coin again here. Wait game, press start. So we press.
No, because that's it. That's it. It should be. Oh yeah, we have to press.
We need to do that again, and we should get bonus life because we reset it.
Yeah, and that's the bit where we assert it,
And then
saying
we
the game.
insert it there and say, have we got 1 life? Well, we should have initial lives +1.
We shouldn't have. Oh yeah, we should have. Yes.
Yeah, because we should get the bonus life that time.
Yeah.
I have. Yeah, it might work. I'm not really convinced.
I swear the logic of these tests is far more complicated.
Yeah. Maybe we should look how other people who write games actually do their tests, because yeah, we do seem to find it quite hard.
I'm not sure that the guy who wrote this did any tests other than play it.
Yeah, that's why they got bugging. Yeah, let me just read through this again. So we start the game, we tick to collect the thing, we check the lives gone up because we've got it. We shouldn't be dying yet because we need to tick again. I think we need another tick here to hit the ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
And then we add every 4 seconds, which when we should be transition into track mode.
Yeah.
We then should be pressing start. We then do the same thing again with ticking, and then we expect the light. Yeah, so yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Sounds good.
Should we assert the score or anything like that just to make sure that we have actually picked up that coin? Because if we don't,
well, we
won't
get the bonus life, will we? If we haven't.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's actually run through perfectly. To be fair.
Yeah.
So we just need to reset.
Do we not even have any game devs on either of the groups?
You've got game dev group.
Yeah. I've never heard them talk about any tests though. I guess a lot of like Unity stuff is pretty much just building a game built on parts though, isn't it? You don't do a lot of coding from what I gather.
You'll still do quite a bit in Unity.
Well, I think people do the parts of it, which they may design in separate bits, and then people just couple them together, don't they? From what I gathered. Yeah. I've never played around with it, to be fair.
What I've done is it's coding. Jonathan's a Unity programmer. He's not a games programmer, but he's a Unity programmer.
Yeah, he's done some Unity, yeah. I think it's Paul and a few other, like Paul's got a games company. So I don't really know.
Yeah.
Ask him. What am I doing? I've actually thoughts just completely gone.
Resetting that bonus life consumed.
Oh, yeah, so that's it. So setup game needs to reset.
You do it in reset lives. That's not okay.
What? Reset lives?
Just do it in that method. It's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What did I call it?
I don't
thought it's bonus life awarded or consumed or something. Okay.
Oh, it's because I
didn't put it unscored.
Okay, it seems like a logical place to put it. Yeah.
It's only coins, that the one though.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Brackets coins.
Yeah. I'm gonna add that to it. So I guess we should do the ghosts and everything else then.
Yeah.
Power pills will be easier, won't it?
Yes, that's just the same.
Right. That one that we've just done, we're not doing that again for power pills, are we? That flag's reset. Are we accepting that flag gets reset, whatever? It's just going to be really tricky to do it for power pills.
Oh yeah, because they'd well, it wouldn't be tricky. You just have to wait for them to. You just have to have another tick where the ghosts become non-enable.
They're going to random as well. We'll have to then plan, fake out the random, etc.
I think that's not too bad, to be fair. I think because that one is just resetting the game and you're in a certain state. I think it might be okay. We could change this test to actually just pass in a game state each time, settings each time. And where we could add pills or add, did you just change this one? This is using power pills. This is not using.
That's a different test.
Different test, that's for score.
Oh, where have I gone?
We're in bonus life tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could do that for power pills.
But what I'm thinking is like this setup state, you could just put these into like a class instead. So it just gives you the game settings each time. So then you literally you get rid of that bit. That bit's in your test itself. You can have each scenario instead.
Is that quite a bit of generic for two tests though, which are then initiating different objects?
Yeah, maybe actually.
I find it quite hard to read this test though, that's the only problem. Because that inline data is a bit magic, isn't it? In terms of, we're sort of testing 3 different things by using different combinations of 1 and 2.
Yes. You think it should be lives increase when score reaches bonus life point and we didn't complete the level, and another one which is reaching bonus point and completed the level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not completing level, it's just ticking. Well, you're just moving again after another tick for that one.
Yeah. The second one, doing it, completing the level is because we reset so much state when we complete the level, we should test that flag doesn't get reset in the same way as we've just tested to make sure it does get reset when we restart a level rather than complete a level.
Yeah, but you could also do the same thing when you eat another coin. So you could actually just have 4 coins in there, eat 3 of them, and that shouldn't do it either. It's just that you base yours on ticks. As I think I'd have wrote it based on consuming another coin.
Yeah. Well, so put 4 coins on there. Just put 4 coins on the board and do it once to eat 1 of them, once to eat 2, 1 to eat 3, 1 to eat 4. Just make sure it works for all 4. That's what we meant.
Yes, but keep the number at 2. So you eat 2, and then after 2, well, I'd use it as negative case. I think it's because this one's trying to do
It's doing 2 things.
Yeah. So I'd probably create another test. So having the second one and this one,
yeah.
And just say you consumed two coins, but you expected 1 coin to be consumed for the bonus life, and the second one would have failed as well.
Yeah.
And that's
'Cause
when
if you're going to do that, yeah. So if we just do that for a second. So we said that one only has that one case. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just put a 2 on the end for a second. Then this one gets changed, so we don't need the number of ticks. We don't need.
I need
Yeah.
that.
And then that just becomes 1. And then we can rename this parameter to be complete board or complete level. We can pass in true and false.
Okay.
And then we always add 1 coin.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd
be plus 1, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so plus
1.
So dot.
And then add the other one in.
Yeah, optionally. So
Optionally on the complete level.
So left plus 1 is down. That's below, isn't it?
Yeah, that's plus 1.
Yeah, you used to do below.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
that's fair enough. Yeah, because that's neutral.
And then if we're not completing the level,
then put another one in.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, far away. I guess. We're not completing the level, yes, we want it far away.
Far away, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nicer.
I still don't like the if statements in the middle of like tests.
No, neither do I, but it's cleaner than a for loop.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
but then you could just have these in 2 separate tests still, and just have this setup. They just have a default setup, and then the other setup would just append the extra coin to the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you could just pull this bit out and say start game and complete until extra life.
I can tidy that other one up now. That doesn't need any of that now. So that's lives increases once.
Yeah.
When score reaches bonus life point after score increases further. At which point we can just put 3 coins on. So PacMan starting location dot below.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to put 3 on there so that we're definitely outside of a outside of the game reset situation. So that one can be far away. Tick twice. And they're a bit tidier, aren't they? Do you want to extract that complete level, or with that if, or not bothered?
Which bit? Sorry,
Have it.
Do you want to extract that into 2 tests, or?
Yeah, I think so.
I just run them to see if they're still both.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before we finally broken it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Still falling apart. Still works?
Yeah. I'm going to pull that into 2.
Yeah.
So one of them is lives increase when score reaches bonus life point after eating coin. I'm happy to continue to call it that. Take that one out, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Lives increase when score reaches. Sorry, no, that was We're going to leave that one in. On this one, we'd call it lives increase when score reaches bonus life point after eating a coin that completes level. On that one, we take the coin out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we put the points needed for a bonus life? On the constructor, or is that?
Well, I was thinking like we could actually just pull. We probably don't even need these. We could actually set the game up. But I was thinking about actually these things where we set the game up. We could just pull this into its own method of create initial.
Yeah, get a first one.
Stop following you. Yeah. So actually, it could be just create a game.
No, because you need to add. You need to add an extra coin there.
Yeah, but bear with me.
Oh, you're going to pass an action in to do it. Right. Initial.
So if you're doing that, you can use the same method for the pills and the ghosts.
We can't because we need to add, because I was going to add the initial coins into here and the thing. So home one for the coin. Because
Yeah.
they'd be totally different, wouldn't they? What I want to do is share the ledger between these two. So then this one is just right.
Done that one, when you start game setting, you've added one coin, we've added the far away. There.
Oh, wait a minute, this needs to be test game send. We should be able to get rid of this one as well.
Do you want to do that last? I want to do that last one as well. Right. I love the way it gives them IntelliSense. Okay, there it is. I'm going to put 2 in there, aren't we? It's not, isn't it?
Oh, normal types.
Oh, yeah. Oh, equals null.
Yeah. On the bit of like IntelliSense, it actually gave me what's correct. Oh, compilation stuff.
Any sort of assistance at all be useful.
Yeah, it's funny, you just write the code. Yeah, that's right, because you've got no IntelliSense, no error checking.
Just colourful. It's a colourful notepad. There you go. So they still pass.
Good.
And I think we could probably do the same thing for when we complete the game. Oh no, that one's a bit different. That one's the same.
Now, all I was meaning is if you didn't set up the initial coin in that method.
Yeah. And pull that into the settings. Then you would.
You still need points, wouldn't you? Because points are different.
It doesn't matter because the point we're going to go over the points, whatever. By setting bonus points to 5, the coin is the smallest thing at 10 points.
Yeah.
But you're thinking move that what's where it is, move that one out and put that in the methods.
Yeah, and then you can reuse this for the power coins, pills.
But then this doesn't actually have much inside of it at all then.
No, it doesn't, no.
So I thought this would be good for just creating initial coin game settings and then have a separate one for.
Yeah, can do. Maybe we just need to rename it then. Create initial coin game settings.
But I don't think we've actually.
We could have done it slightly differently. We could. Oh no, because you didn't like the ifs. I was going to say you could create initial coins game settings, comma Boolean with a far away, and put that one in as part.
Yeah. Well, I think it should read like pretty much just like top down of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So all this stuff should pretty much be like create initial coin settings. Or we add in this extra thing. We start in the game. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing that. And they should just flow top to bottom. There should be no kind of conditional statements anywhere in the test.
What do you mean?
Because it's basically really hard to kind of figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Although does putting that one in there, because we're adding them here and adding them here, does it read odd because we're putting the initial one, we're abstracting one away into the initialization?
No, like, that's our base kind of settings into that base.
I was just thinking in terms of when you read that, you think you've got 2 coins because you're actually adding the coins in, whereas you've got the extra one sort of embedded in that initial method compared to actually taking that one and putting that in there. And if we did take that one, put it in there, we've got a create initial game setting method.
Yeah, okay. I suppose
then it doesn't abstract away that first coin inside that method. Because what you've got is a method there that starts with 1 coin, but we didn't define any. A method there where we defined 1 coin, but we actually start with 2. And a method where we define 2 coins, but we actually start with 3.
Yeah.
And then we're going to duplicate it for the power pills. Whereas if we take that one line out and put it in the settings, it's clearer as to what the settings are setting up, and we can use the same method for power pills.
But then the only thing this is setting up then is just the points needed for the bonus.
And creating the game. And putting PacMan in it. No, it doesn't put PacMan.
It's not, because line 42 is only there for line 44.
Well, I suppose that's all right, because I suppose it's setting the bonus points.
Yeah.
And it's creating the game.
And creating the game.
And the save and the settings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can put the game start, you can put in there as well. And you can put await game change direction in there. Because they all do the same thing. They're all going to do the same thing in the power pill one. So you can move that.
Well, I was thinking about that for these ones. This bit you can just pull out. Well, not the by session, but they whatever that's doing, completing the.
Yeah, you can't necessarily do that one. And the previous lives you'll have to return in an out var, won't you? But technically, game start and game change direction can go into the create coin game settings method.
Well, previous lives can actually start here when the game starts. That can just move there anyway. That shouldn't make any difference.
Yeah.
We just need a reference to it. Then this bit here is then play to bonus life.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you trick that in there.
Yeah.
All the async away going everywhere. And then that can actually just be in the other one as well.
Yeah.
Which is this one.
Yeah, that's quite nice actually. Yeah.
I don't think we'd actually refactored many of our tests before. I think some of them could have done with some TLC.
You still need previous slides there as well, don't we? And we need.
It's just starting.
Why don't we return? I was thinking that the previous slides, we could actually return that from the play until bonus life. We could get it there.
I think that should just be an action of do something. Because you can grab it here. That's fine.
Yeah. Should we move that coin now out of create initial settings?
Yeah, you can do that.
So it needs to go on that one, doesn't it, as well? Which one is it? It's the below, isn't it? Does it? No, we don't share it. I'll just press undo. Sorry, I just did that. Game settings, add PacMan below. Game settings, coin, isn't it? It's that one. All right. No IntelliSense, no idea. Can we take that nullable out?
Yes. Yeah.
You've got any red lines? PacMan starting. Yeah, that'll be game settings dot PacMan, isn't it? Game settings dot dot location. Hang on, that's not the right one. That should be the below one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And then we can go back to coordinate.
Yeah, because we can use that for them all.
Okay.
Cool. That's it. So running it.
I'd put the methods in a different order. Oh no, what we done?
26, expect a semicolon.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. I didn't save it. I don't know if you saved it. You saved it.
Yeah, I said it, yeah.
That's good. So now we can duplicate. If we move that, if we shove that up there out of the way,
yep,
and shove the other one, play until, out of the way. Sorry about my formatting. Then technically we can copy those 3 tests for Power Pills, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After David's finished refactoring.
Is that right? Syntax was a.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a semicolon, does it? The list.
Semicolon.
We need it. We need it then.
Well,
yeah.
That's it.
Go on that comma at the end of that 5.
Oh, my style guide always puts a comma on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. always tells me off for not having a comma on the end. But
I think we have that at work for JavaScript, and it's incorrect.
On the end there.
yeah,
Yeah, it's actually, you can do that. It's actually valid syntax.
Syntactically correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I don't think it is for things like JavaScript, because I think JavaScript then expects it to have something after it.
It'll assign a variable to a variable called space or something, won't it? But only if under certain circumstances in particular browsers. Yeah. Do we want to duplicate all three now?
Yeah.
Or do we do them
That's all.
separately?
Just guess we can do all three. They also,
Yeah.
also fail to be fair, shouldn't they? So
yeah.
just chuck them in.
That's the wrong bit.
Yeah, as long as we check each one fails with the correct error message, I think that's fine.
Yeah. Lives increase when score reaches bonus point after eating power pill. I'm on the right one, aren't I? After eating power pill. That one. After eating power pill. Completes level. Lives increase when score reaches bonus life point after score increases further. Do we need to test that again for power pills? Because that's your option that's abstracted, that's slipped into the like a score increase method almost, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it should still be there. I think we should still test them scenarios.
Test it again, in which case bonus life after score increases from eating coins further. Score increases from eating further power pills. That way around. After eating. Oh. After eating, I'm on follow. Where's my follow?
On you.
Who am I following, David? Scrolling.
Sorry.
Eating further coins. That's it. That's better. Right.
That them all? You do them?
Do we start doing them? No, we haven't done, have we? Need to do them all. I'll not do it with copy and paste. Have you finished, David? No.
Yeah, I don't know what the keyboard shortcut is to put things in lowercase.
It's the copy and it's the copy. Once you do things like copy and paste, it just starts getting a bit messy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, that push. So all three should fail. Yeah, we get 3 failing.
No, good. Right, so same bit of code, isn't it?
We done
Game
power pill, aren't we? Yeah.
actions, isn't it? Actions somewhere.
Line 95.
Where did we do the other one? This score.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, I think we just checked in here, so saying if the, yeah, we just did that, didn't we? So you could just copy and paste that in after. that.
It's pretty weird. On mine, that code's shown in the middle of the dictionary.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm seeing that in the middle of the dictionary.
Which isn't even in there anymore.
No. Yeah, I have no idea where you are. Line 80.
Yeah.
What have you got on line 60, Kevin? Just scroll up.
60, I've got private static dictionary.
So have I.
Yeah.
Same here. That's so weird.
Yeah, I'm going to close mine because.
Yeah, that's
Should I restart
if
the
we
link?
close ours, if you save yours, Kev, then hopefully we will get it back correctly if we're lucky. No, I've still got dictionary.
I guess it's kind of out of sync.
But that's not even in the source control. Yeah, I mean that's the previous version.
But your bit of code has gone in on 70.
Yeah, mine is like as I see it. I think maybe the change set what you've got is gonna out of sync, so I can kick it all out. And
Yeah, there we go.
Send you all invites. Chat, invite by email.
Oh, what's happened?
I just checked everybody out.
Yeah, I meant with like the invite thing, because I thought last time it was able to do it.
Oh yeah, I've said put it back in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we should. Where's it gone? Passing game in here as well. Game settings, game state, game. I suppose you can actually do game state.score as well, can't you?
In which case, on the coin eaten, should we do the same? Because we don't need game state or score, do we? We're only bringing game for the. Oh no, we're not. We need it on for starting coins, right?
Did that pass?
Pass.
Yeah, I'll pass. Yeah.
Shall we rename?
I feel that both these should be extracted out into a common thing.
Yeah. And also, it's the fact that one method we pass in game settings and the other method we call it settings.
Well, this is where I think we should put that in the increased score code. So where we game state increased score, that lot should just go in the increased score because then it's common.
Yeah, but you are changing. Well, you do want. The thing is, the game state should be pretty dumb, I think, and just have the state what we tell it.
So put that in a method called check for bonus life. So game state dot check for bonus life. Because increase score.
The thing is that we've got game settings outside this scope, don't we? So it needs the game state. You can't do it in the increased score because you need game settings, which has points. I think it'd be all right just having it as like a private member on here. To be fair, just private.
Yeah, I might.
I don't know. I keep calling everything try.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we've got some logic in triad bonus life. Because we've got more logic embedded in that triad bonus life. I'm wondering whether we should pull that logic from there and pull that back into here. Although we haven't got the status there, have we?
No, we don't have that in the game state.
Game state could have it though, because when it's created, it's passed in all the settings.
Yeah, we just use that to copy it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't seem quite right to. We don't really want any logic in game state anyway. That's just going to be the state.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. There is logic in the triad bonus life. because the consumed bonus life logic is in there.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got half the logic of adding a bonus life in actions and half of it in game state.
Why is it alpha in game state?
Because we've got that if consumed.
Yeah, we got the logic for making sure we only do it once.
Yeah.
When actually we could do it in the action.
Although, can you have? Yeah, but you'd have to move the consumed bonus life into something. Yeah.
No, I would get rid of it.
Yeah.
And have a method on action which is increased score.
Yeah.
And within that method, it could do it.
We've got a method on action which is called increased score, haven't we?
No, that's on game state at the moment.
No, game state.
Because what you could have, I'll just make a rough method so you can see what I mean. If we had, not that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'd call. So, I mean, it's a couple of ways you could do it, but say current score, game state. Oh, yeah, just passing game state score, and then and
then do that
with the other check as well.
Yeah, and then we can get rid of that flag that. And then
there's a boundary condition here. Anyway, right.
Yeah, that's better. Because then that flag that we've actually had it. Kev, your mic's gone off. I just don't know whether you were. Then that flag that we put in, that we've then had to test for, won't cause any issue. Although we have tested for it, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, I think it's right to have those tests because that's still fine. But... What do you think, Kevin?
So are we checking that we can add it still? Is that just in here?
Yeah, no, take it. Yeah, you don't need it in there, do you? We don't try and add a bonus life there. We just add the bonus life.
Yeah.
That should just be that. Because we're doing it. That's the check. That we only do it once.
What's the check? Where's the check?
There. So if the old score was less than the points needed for the bonus life, then we check to see whether the new score has got there. If it has, then we add the bonus life. Next time round, we're already past the points needed for bonus life, so we're never going to do it again.
Okay.
You could actually say.
Let's just try it. Let's just get rid of that. I find that better logic a bit confusing there, to be fair.
It's all right, I'm tidying up.
You do it in a different way.
Yeah. I'll probably want that first as well.
But this
current score.
Oh, sorry, that needs to be
greater than or equal to.
Oh no, I've messed up. Hang on. No, that's I've just got that completely wrong. Sorry. So bonus life is already been awarded if the current score is greater than or equal to
the thingy.
Yeah.
So if we haven't awarded a life and we're now at the right point, have the life.
That assumes you are always exactly on that score, though.
No, it's if
because if you've
got 90,
this is the same condition twice.
Yeah.
No, that's before you've increased the score.
After.
All right, we call that already awarded.
Oh right, okay,
yeah. How about that?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Which is, I think, where we started, wasn't it?
Yeah, makes sense. It is a lot more complicated logic now.
I've got error on game state. I don't know whether that's
consumed. Oh, it's got this triad bonus life. We don't need this method anymore, do we?
Yeah.
because I've pulled it out into. Oh no,
it's there. It's that consume bonus life. We can just take it out because
we can change this increased score now.
we don't have
So
it.
if we change to increase score on here,
Yeah.
what does that take in?
Game settings and game state.
It's going to make all the new tests work straight away.
No, we don't need that line.
What was it? Pills eaten 50, aren't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Come out.
So we should be able to run everything. Just
Yeah,
work perfectly.
that one. Ghost Eaton's gonna. Oh no, because we're not calling increased score, are we? Your new increased score methods, so they aren't going to work. So that's good. Going to say otherwise, the fruit's going to work, and the
Oh yeah, because they're going to still use the old methods.
they'll
That's
still
right,
use
yeah.
the old methods. Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool, let's commit that in. So this is for pills. What's the?
It was whatever the last one was, wasn't it? But with pill power pills. Yeah, that one.
Cool. And then we've got the ghosts for the last one then.
Well, we got fruit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got fruit as well.
Fruit's going to be easier than. Yeah, fruit's going to be easier than ghosts. Much easier. Where are we in test dot?
Bonus lives tests.
Yeah, bonus lives tests. So the fruit one is, well, it's the same as one of these, isn't it, really?
Yeah, except we
kind of like one of those. And we want, actually, we need one coin below, another coin far away, and then we also want the fruit at below, and we want to tick, that eats the coin. Where is it? That eats coin. And then tick again, that eats the fruit. But we want the award bonus life at, we need it at 100, because otherwise the coin will trigger it. And we want the fruit shown at 1 coin.
Yeah. So that's all in game settings.
And score reaches bonus life after eating fruit.
So what? Fruit is below PacMan.
Fruit needs to be below.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
And then the fruit trigger point needs to be 1 pill.
Fruit appears. I'm probably new something in all the place. Where are we gone? What is this? Is that 2 already?
It's a list of ints. Right, so we've got fruit below. Apologies for my dog. And we need bonus life at 100.
Eat coins, eat
No,
food.
we don't. Game start, change direction. We want to wait until play bonus life. What happens with play until bonus life? I can't remember. Start game.
That should work, shouldn't it, this one? No?
Start game, change direction. Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's okay. I think we should be able to.
Oh no, we need the point where we get a coin. Point where we get awarded a bonus life. It's going to pass, I think. Where we get awarded a bonus life?
It's after eating the fruit.
Yeah, but the points needed.
Don't we have the setup method?
Yeah, that's
We've
in
got-
here. This is in here.
That's in create initial game settings.
Yeah, it's set to 5.
But we need it to be more like 100.
Why? 5 will work, won't it?
No, because the coin will.
No, coins can trigger it.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah.
Hang on, game settings. Game settings.
Probably should. Oops, we're checking there.
Yeah, to make sure that the lives are still.
Yeah, well, we had one, did we not? Maybe we deleted it. Would we start with 0?
Yeah, previous lives.
Oh yeah, just previous. Oh, what?
The jumpy cursor.
Oh, because I'm following you. That's why. Ah, that's better. Okay.
Save it.
This should be quite quick to fix.
Yeah, and we don't need the other test because we don't complete the game, do we, by eating a fruit? So.
No.
Yeah, so that fails. So if we go over to actions and fruit,
Wherever the score was.
increment score. Yeah, so we just change this to just increment score.
Isn't it?
Oh, if we know the method, it's got a snappy name of that now.
I need to know about game settings.
We can rename it. We can rename it again then. Call it increase score and check bonus life and increase and check high score. Pop that in the same one.
Do game stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do all that score stuff.
Do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I can add that in.
So it just goes to do.
Yep, I think that's it.
This was meant to be the easy story, wasn't it?
It was easy. The test. We can take that out, can't we? Do we want that commented?
No, because that's all just above anyway, isn't it?
Just above. We've got.
Yeah.
The whole point is the code is supposed to be readable anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ghost one. Just get the ghost point on, really, don't we? Don't they?
So we have to, yeah, we have to eat a peel, make the ghost edible, eat the ghost.
Yeah, sure you copy this test. Let's do that.
We could probably just copy the ghost test the one where we test whether we get points for the ghost. Put one ghost on it and make sure the trigger point, leave the trigger point at 5. Where's the ghost test that does the score?
Or just in ghost test.
Ghost should not be edible. Ghost.
Is this it? Ghost should not be edible when come up to life.
Further down than that, ghost.
Ghost should increase.
Should increase exponentially after eating each ghost.
Yeah, forgot we did that.
Odd one, because that isn't score should increase exponentially.
It does. The score does increase exponentially. I remember the actual. We actually had it for issue.
Not in that test. It doesn't.
Which test? This one.
The one on 823. There's no.
Oh no, that says the notification should be triggered.
Yeah, we've got the wrong name.
Oh, have we overwritten one?
Let me just go find that issue. I think it might be linked to it. Okay.
There, ghost increase player score after eating the ghost. Down a bit. That up a bit.
Oh.
Down a bit. There.
Oh, we'd have one commit.
Yeah, we definitely did it, but we've overwritten. Yeah, there it is. On line 300.
You sure we haven't got that twice or something?
Yeah.
I know it's not that.
Not with the same name, it won't.
God, yeah, but...
increase exponentially after eating each ghost. Ah, that's got...
it's in PacMan tests.
Right. Okay, so this one should really be renamed as to what it is, which is...
That's good.
Notification, what is it? The eaten ghost notification.
Yeah, it's fired, yeah.
Eaten ghost notification should be fired after eating a ghost. Okay. Who's editing it?
Me.
You. Yeah. Yeah, we only need one.
Yeah, I was just doing the other bits and bobs about it.
All right. Left, left, left. Guys, build an A. Right. Have a file right, apple to the left. Okay, left.
So
it's lives that we're checking. It's
yes.
not score before.
Oh, I should check this into that thing as well. Oh, this I put this in game test. No, it shouldn't be in game test. No, this is wrong. It should be in the other test. Can I cut? 1 second. Look, I cut.
Oh yeah, bonus live test. Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be the bottom of there.
Is that what it's supposed to be? Nope. Here.
There. Let's do that, aren't we? We'll just paste there. That's all right. So confusing when two people do paste at the same time.
Yeah, I was holding off doing my paste.
Yeah. I was doing, but I didn't know that Kev was going to get one.
Mm. So it's a game. Check the lives. And the lives should be more than one. Do we need to check the? Oh yeah, check these.
We don't need them at the moment. We'll need them in a minute when we can't get test to work.
It's first time.
This will work. This will work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
that work?
No. When you eat that pill, the ghost is going to change direction. Hang on.
No, that's right.
Will it?
Yeah, because this is the test where we eat them anyway.
How's that work? The ghost is 3 squares away.
Yeah. The pill.
Oh, but it's going right. Okay, so we both go right on the first tick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that does work, doesn't it? Yeah.
Then on the first tick, do we eat the power pill? Yes.
Yeah.
First tick, we eat the power pill. The ghost will change direction. And will it wander off? Who knows?
Let's just go influence it, and then we can prove it works.
That's ghost. It was just
increase ghost after score has been eaten. It's this thing.
Yeah.
Which should we just what do you call this method?
Increase yeah, score and check for bonus life.
It needs game settings, game state.
Need to pass it in here. Yeah, it's so weird having to pass settings, state, and game all over the place, isn't it?
Mm.
You're not cool at passing it in.
Oh, and the state machine. Just settings, isn't it?
Why are they doing telesense for silly thing?
Yep. Mine just went dull just then for no reason.
Hmm. Did you lose power or something, Kevin?
No.
Oh.
Fast.
Yeah, fine.
Well, so I guess what we could do is we could reduce the setting in the proper version and then play the UI, and we should get the bonus life.
Oh, we haven't done the sound.
Oh, was there a sound for getting a bonus life?
Yeah, I think so. Bonus life. What do you call it? No. What do you call it? The notification. Notification.
We could just hook it into each of those tests, couldn't we?
You only need to hook it into one, really, don't we? we?
Probably.
Difficult because is it lives increase when scorer reaches bonus life point and the notification is raised?
Well, the thing is, a lot of the stuff. Well, I suppose the setup of it, we could just refactor
to
be the individual bit.
Lots of the events, lots of the things are single event. Like we're not going to fire that event from different places. We're just going to go straight to that bonus life code. So implementation, again, we know the implementation, so we can safely write one test. And check it after one condition, because we've worked out that the different conditions fire it. But if we could decouple the increased score code and call the increased score code directly, then we'll know that we've covered them all.
Yeah, but you are just calling that code from the other bit of code. You're just telling it what to do. But you're not. It's not decoupled. It's still directly coupled to it. That's why it should be. That's why I think we should either have a duplicate test to test them ones. That's why I think like given when then test a bit better for this kind of thing, because you can say when we're in this scenario, then these lives should be like this, then the notifications should be like this. But the problem is like the two different styles of test they work for different scenarios better for each. There's no better one. So we could just throw it to the end of here, I think.
I think tag it on the end, because we're not really we're no longer testing the lives, we're testing the whole event of getting an extra life.
Yeah, I think
so would the tests be better?
Well, we could
the name would be better.
I was going to say, Kevin, we could probably put that line in the create initial game settings.
Yes, we could, because then we can just subscribe to it.
Oh, no, we can't, because it's got a closure over that variable to keep track of how many times it's being called.
Which variable?
Hang on, I've got it in my clipboard to paste in. Because we need to know this number of notifications triggered.
Yeah, you can't put that in the base, can
you? This will be a new class every single time. So if you put this as a private member, this will be 0 every single time.
Yeah, because the constructor's called for every test, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean it as in within this constructor, this method? Sorry, this class. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the constructor for this class. Yeah. So if we set up here, and then we can just do the subscribe in the. Where's this gone?
In the setup bit.
Yeah, this initial setup, and then the initial setup could just increment that bit.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. I'll just rename the test to "We get an extra life" rather than "the lives increase," because then it, in English terms, it covers both. It covers the whole event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We call it number of notifications. Okay.
I'll not copy and paste that.
Yeah, hang on.
You need that at the bottom of it.
Yeah. Oh, does that return a game?
You need this to.
Does configure return game? Because you can just do that if it does.
Yeah, it does. Excellent.
There's quite a few there now, aren't there?
So we just adding this to set that this should be
Yeah.
one on all of them.
You're going to create an assertion scope, or
Yeah, probably should do.
yeah.
I'm guessing you've done all the ones below me. Yeah.
Oh, you've done that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done all the ones above.
Okay. Yeah, I've got them all, haven't we?
Yeah. On the test.
Lots of fails.
Are they all the same thing? Hopefully.
So
8 tests. 1, 2,
6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's right.
7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all for number of notifications triggered. So I'm guessing in the
Actions. It's all right.
I guess no, yeah. Just
it needs notifications as well. Yeah.
yeah.
Let's pass it all the way down.
Extra.
Okay.
It's the other way around, isn't it? Yeah.
Up until line 98, we've lost the score.
We lost the score. I think it's because it's missing half the arguments.
Yeah.
No, it's lost. It's.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's in. Yeah, sorry. I took the wrong method.
In
Yeah.
the
That's fine.
increased score, isn't it? Yeah. So,
Cool.
Yay.
Yep.
that can be signed off now, can't it? We closed.
Does it make the sounds and stuff?
You've got to
Yeah,
get
some-
10,000 points.
Oh yeah, that's not going to work, is it?
That's what I was saying. Maybe you want to just lower that temporarily.
Use that,
Click
yeah.
the dip switches to decrease that.
Game settings. Let's put it at 15. I might be able to eat 15 coins. I don't know. 40. That's only like
4 coins.
eight. That's 8 coins, isn't
But
it?
don't set it at 40 because you won't get the notification because you won't hear it. That's the start sound.
Go for like 200 or something.
140. Go and challenge yourself at 140. 40.
What's 100? What's with 40?
40
the other sounds.
will kill the sound. The sound will not get triggered. Oh, it might do actually. I was thinking it won't get triggered over the beginning sound, but I think it probably would.
Here we are. Let's go.
Yeah, just wait when you get to the end of the line.
Oh, that sounds actually good. To my other, 1 second, I flipped my. Quick. Trying to change my audio settings before here. What do we need to get to? Did you hear the sound?
Yeah, it worked.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Then you got the 4 lives at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah, that's cool. Excellent. Perfect then. Guess this is probably a good time to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 10:15.
Yeah, bedtime. All right, cool. I don't know what else. What else we got to cover?
On to more tidying up now, I think.
And you can close off 76 anyway, with 10,000 points.
Yeah.
I got there's only one commit on it. Oh, just point out, push them all yet. There we go.
Better.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess it's tie a few things up. I think the tests probably tied up quite a bit, or ranging in different ways. And I think we could probably concentrate on the front. I think we should maybe do something with the layer in between to make that a bit more nicer.
Yeah.
I think most.
With which bit? With the
just the kind of, well, either write some tests around the shared UI bit. Yeah. So. Because I think, yeah.
How much do we need to do for making the game get harder on each level? Because some of the times get shorter, don't they?
It's times. It'll be quite hard to implement because it's things like ghosts move like 5% faster and things like that. Yeah, it's not exactly 5%, but it's the equivalent of 5% faster. So what they do in the arcade version is if you work that they move every 16 frames, they'll make a second move on one of those frames.
Oh, right.
Or
Okay.
on the early levels, they'll skip one frame, so there's one frame where they won't move. But obviously, that's at pixel level.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, you could do it that every 16 of our moves, our ticks, we move it twice. It'll feel like it'll jump quite a bit during that move.
Yeah, that kind of won't work with it.
I mean, things like the ghost frighten times are shorter and stuff as well.
Yeah. So the ghost's always drawn at a pixel level then, normally, rather than at square level.
Yeah. So they're always moving at pixel level. But the game runs at I think once it runs at 100%, everything's moving at each frame. So in level 1, I think it runs down at sort of 80%. So PacMan skips every 8 frames, I think, something like that. So it skips a move.
Okay.
And then I think it transfers to 16, and then once it gets to 100%, he moves every frame. But things like Blinky moves at 5% faster once you're down to 20 dots left, and then a bit faster when you're down to 10 dots left. Stuff like that. But
okay,
you'd need to be running at frame level and pixels, otherwise it's going to look a bit jumpy.
Yeah.
Guess we can have a chat in the thing anyway, in between.
Yeah, work out the best approach for that.
Yeah. Right, then.
But we can the eyes. Let the eyes go back to the ghost house.
Oh, yes, we should raise an issue for that.
Yeah, there's some things actually which will make it look nice actually, and make it a bit easier when you eat a ghost before it kills you again. Because if you're next to the ghost house, it literally just runs back and just kills you.
Yeah, there's a horrible state on the eyes as well, because when you eat a ghost, the game actually pauses. So everything in the game pauses, apart from ghosts, which were eyes, which still move. But they don't move immediately. So the game pauses, it displays the score of that ghost. That ghost disappears and it displays a score instead. And then that ghost wanders off on eyes. If you eat another ghost at the same time, the game pauses, but the other set of eyes that are already wandering back don't pause. So they carry on, even though everything else is paused. This is why I said it is a horrendous amount of statics of global state on this game. It's a proper tangle.
Well, I don't think that'd be too hard as just doing them all going back all at once kind of thing when you eat them, because you could just do that on that, like we did with the going out the ghost house.
Yeah,
you could just do something similar there, and then that code probably could be refactored, because I think we end up with like 3 different bits of logic in that thing.
Yeah, you just need state on the ghosts to say whether they're in eye modes and things like that. It's
yeah. Did you raise an issue for that, David?
No,
probably,
I can do. I'll do that.
That's probably a good idea to work on that one next time around, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because visually it's quite nice as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And at some point we need to make the PacMan peel apart rather than flick through a load of sprites which are unrelated. I don't know the best.
To be fair, I think that looks quite good.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, it looks pretty good.
The hard part. I've looked at it a couple of times and thought, I'll just do that and then just PR it so it's done. But it's the fact that we don't know how far through the animation we are.
Yeah.
Unless we start storing state in the UI, but the UI hasn't got any state on it at all. It's completely stateless each time it's called. So do you add a state of when the event was called and start tracking the events, or do you pass that time out on the game object so that the PacMan has been dying for 1 second, for 2 seconds, for 3 seconds, and so on, and then calculate what frame you should display at that point? I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it's bad to have it expose the time from the game, but you could do some things like add more game notifications, couldn't you? Of having, I don't know.
But then but if you pass it out, if you add more notifications, then the game knows something about the sprites that are going to be displayed, but it shouldn't. The game shouldn't know about the sprites.
Mm.
But it does in some places at the moment, because we've got some booleans that toggle the animation and things.
On the game or on the animation?
On the UI, haven't we?
It's on the UI, isn't it?
Well, we've got things like the ghost being edible.
No, we've got like
not...
we've got a boolean we toggle to say whether they're animated or whether or not the board's flashing.
Yeah, but that's just in the UI, though, isn't it?
Isn't that what we're talking about, though? State in the UI.
Yeah, it is a bit of a state, that, isn't it? Have we got somewhere? Have we got a?
I'm guessing there's no way to know how. If we exposed how long the transitions were, then you could work it out, couldn't you?
You can work it out at that point. Yeah. I'm just thinking on the shared UI, because there's 2 states. One is, how do we know how much PacMan's mouth is open? It must all be in board renderer somewhere.
Yeah, in board renderer, there's animated at the top.
Animated, that's for the ghost, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then where's PacMan?
We got PacMan animation equals 0, PacMan animation delay.
Delay, yeah.
So there is actually state already.
We have got some state, haven't we? So what we need to do is track that game state. Once that either track that game state has changed to dying,
which we know because the bench raised,
or intercept the event. Does the shared UI know about the event?
Don't think so, no.
No, we'd have to then pass the event back from the which UI environment we're in back into the shared UI.
Yeah.
Oh, unless the shared UI subscribes to the event.
It could do. You can subscribe at any time.
Subscribe, couldn't we? So if when we create the board renderer, if we subscribe to the PacMan dying event,
yep.
Then once the PacMan dying event is going, we could set the PacMan dying animation to 0, and then just count ticks to work out which, or count time or whatever to work out which sprite we display.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to do that in a session, or should I just knock that up?
I don't mind. It's,
Yeah, you can try it out. See how it goes.
Knock it up. I'll just knock it up. Yeah, because we've got no tests on any of this or anything like that, so just chucking it in there probably really doesn't matter at the moment.
Yeah, the test file I think would be quite good for the UI is just for the building the board up and knowing what's coming back. So you can give it a game and it says like, here's the locations of all these pieces.
Yeah.
I think they'd be quite a nice test to have.
Here's the game. This is what I'm expecting in the change list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun, that one, because obviously if we pass it a board, then the map layout class will try and work out what the board should look like based on the walls that we've got. Which we should be able to fake. We should be able to draw. We should be able to pass it a board which is a ghost house with one door, and then one row of pills, and then one row of walls around the outside, and just keep it really simple like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, we've got to put 32. I don't know, 26, 27. I can't remember how many it is. Different sets of tests together just to work out that it's picking the right piece and things like that.
Well, I guess we should start on the ghost eyes going back to the
that's fun.
And then we'll like try do something else after that.
Yeah,
that's probably going to start next time.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, cool.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Catch you later.
Yeah. See you. Bye all.
Right.